Well, good afternoon. This is Abbott, Texas, population 356. Abbott is the hometown of our Texas hero, Willie Nelson. So I was just talking to a lady who lives here, and her aunt went to school with Willie. And she has told me where Willie's childhood home is. But before we take a look at that, up here on the left is Willie Nelson's church. It's the Methodist church, and that's where he grew up going to church. And he played guitar, and his sister Bobby played piano here. And they were raised by their grandparents from the time Willie was about 6 months old. And Willie Nelson actually owns this church. It was in disrepair, and he bought up several houses and places in the town and restored them, and he keeps them all fixed up, and he's actually come back and done some concerts here at this church. But across the street is also the Baptist church, and this is where I'm told is the route to Willie's boyhood home. So we'll take a little drive and see if we can find it. The lady said we crossed the railroad tracks down here. Sorry for the bumpy road. Oh, I see. Okay, it's this big white house with the long, long porch. That's where he was born and raised. That's where his grandparents lived. So the lady told me Willie was raised very poor, and said that, he used to come back to the town a lot, but now he's mostly living in Hawaii because he's almost 90 years old now. So, he's kind of looking after his health these days. But it's too bad the house is not in really good shape. Maybe one day it can be made into a museum. That's what I'd like to see happen. Because Willie, in Texas, Willie is king. He's the king of Texas. And he came, from a very modest background, and, he's a world legend now. He's really a self-made person. He didn't have any help from anybody. He just had a natural talent, and it took him as far as it could take him. So anyway, thanks for visiting Abbott with me today. It's just a little tiny town, but I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Take care. Goodbye from Texas.